Hi, my name is Preston Reeker, and I will be giving a speech on sustainability. Take a second to picture yourself at the lake on a long, hot summer day. You might see a boat pulling a tuber across the water, or perhaps you're sitting on a dock dipping your toes with a fishing pole in your hand. Whatever it may be, I'm betting that it's not what the lake was originally intended for. Like many people think today, lakes were not intended for recreational purposes. Initially, some lakes in Nebraska were made to hold and transport water for irrigation purposes to the south central region of the state. Sustainability to me is how our agricultural community was able to expand during the 1930s simply because of water availability. Not only did the use of lakes and canals allow for it to continue to prosper during that rough time, but it has also allowed for it to continue and to thrive throughout the past 80-some years. It seems to go hand in hand to me that when crops are happy, so are those who tend to them. My first main point is the history of irrigation in the Tri-County Canal and how the two have evolved over the years. My second main point is the many uses of the Tri-County Canal. And my third main point is how the Tri-County Canal has helped to bring jobs to the area. According to Nebraska studies, the 1930s was a rough time for the Nebraska farmers, as the plains were commonly referred to as the Great American Desert. With no source of water other than what came from the sky, farmers were desperate. They had to find a way to water their crops before they burned up from the hot summer sun. Irrigation began in the late 1850s in Nebraska, but it was mostly confined to regions that were near rivers or streams, and equipment was much less than efficient. In the middle of July in 1933, the Nebraska legislature proposed a bill to start building a canal to bring water to central Nebraska. 3 years later, the project was underway and Lake McConaughey and the Kingsley Dam began. A few hours east of Ogallala is where the Tri-County Canal resides. There are 5 lakes that exist within the canal, with the largest being Johnson Lake near Lexington. And these lakes are called canyon lakes because they were filled with water. They're deep pastures that were filled with water just south of the Platte Valley area. Like I said before, the 30-mile canal was originally built to aid farmers in irrigation, but it actually has many uses. Other than irrigation, it is also a provider of hydroelectric energy. As the water is pushed throughout the canal, it can be regulated at the Kingsley Dam or the Johnson Lake Dam. Other than hydroelectricity, it is also a very popular place for recreation. On any given Sunday, you can see many of the lakes jam-packed with boats, jet skis, and swimmers. The canal is also a place to find people tubing down. And the last use of the Tri-County Canal that I will mention is used for sport fishing. Many john boats can be seen perched in the middle of the lake searching for that perfect catch. And along with fishing, the canal and lakes have helped to bring businesses to the lake. They've also helped to bring residents as well. Out of all 6 lakes, Johnson Lake is by far the most populated, and as far as businesses go, there are many food restaurants that have great atmosphere, food, and service. But other than food, there's also businesses that help people to live better around the lake, such as mowing lawns, installing your shore stations, maintaining campgrounds, and many more. In conclusion, you can see that the Tri-County Canal has many different purposes and uses. It can be used for fishing, boating, and swimming, and even relaxation. Although its main purpose in the beginning was for irrigation, to help farmers in the struggle to keep their plants hydrated, the sustainability of the canal has certainly helped to provide not only irrigation, but many more qualities and opportunities to the area. Thank you.